morning, everybody. My name is Jordan Jensen, and welcome to the Triple J Ranch vlog. From one of our last videos, we were talking about chicken feed. Yeah, they're already up this morning. I was thinking to myself, they're probably asking questions about the coop and the whole little chicken area that I've set up. It's pretty unique from most chicken coops, so I thought I'd go over with you guys today. So this is what the chicken coop looks like on the front. There's a door, and you see the little swivel boards on the side that keep the door closed at night. The reason I have it closed at night is to just, in case we have any raccoons or just any kind of vermin or snakes or whatever means the chickens or the eggs harm, the door keeps them out. If we look around at the sides, you'll notice this tarp thing first. I'll explain that in a second, but if we lift the tarp up, you'll notice that there's some fence and wiring underneath. What this tarp can do is you can lift it up over the roof, and then that'll stay up, and that allows for ventilation, and then the fencing is just to keep anything from getting inside the coop up top. Boards down low to prevent anything from getting in down low. And then you'll see the fencing below. I haven't done anything about that extra yet, but there's a fencing system underneath the coop as well to prevent anything from trying to dig in there. So on each side there are panels that you can actually open up to put things in or help get ventilation, and then there's everybody in there. You can set food in there again or get ventilation in there. On this back area, we got an even bigger fence that goes a little bit lower. We have wood paneling on the base just to keep anything from getting out. It's a little bit bigger right here for a little bit more airflow, especially when the front door is open for the day. So you probably noticed the tarp right here and the tarp right here, and then there will be a tarp on the third side too. What the tarp is for is keeping heat in during the winter, and then when it rains, it keeps the inside from getting wet. Let's go ahead and open and let them out. There they go. So, let's talk about the inside for the coop for a second. So, if we're going to measure this, it's probably 6 foot by 6 foot in space down below. You can see those little panels on the side I was talking about, and then up on each of the corners you can see the fencing. We had some rain this weekend, so I had the tarps down, but today I'll pull them up. They'll set up, and then they'll get some airflow in there. You'll notice up top we got the little lamp. It's unplugged right now. We're in the summertime, but with the tarps down and that light on, that's going to be one of the heat generators for the winter time. Over here on the box, we have the fan right there. You're probably wondering, where are they roosting? They're not old enough to lay eggs yet, so I haven't gotten to the point of putting either roosting grounds in, but if you look at that milk carton right there, what I'm planning on doing is cutting out one of the sides on there, setting some hay in there, and then trying to start training them to sit there at night. And those are going to be the nesting grounds. They're going to run along the corners on each side of the coop, and so Julia will be able to reach in and just grab eggs for the day and not even have to bother getting inside the whole coop itself. Every night I'll set out 2 trays of food for them. I'm going to go ahead and grab those today. I got to feed them. The red right there is just extra food in case they get hungry throughout the day. And then I always set 2 containers of water in for them, one right there, and then I take the potted plant in too, just in case the ducks need to drink or need to get in the water for a second. We always want the ducks to be able to get to water as soon as they want, but usually, it's not going to kill them for not getting in the water for a little over 12 hours, but definitely don't want to go a day without letting them get in the water. We got the fan during the summer for cooling. That won't be there in the summer. And then we recently bought a chargeable one that'll run for about 10 hours at night and then just charge it during the day. But so we do get wood shavings to help catch poop, urine, try to keep it relatively dry in there. And we change this out once a week. We we'll pull out the tarp part right here with everything on top of it, and then we'll just dump it along the grounds here, and then as the it gathers over time, just kind of mix it into the ground. The other tarp we have two. So you see over there by that old doghouse, the tarp over there is the second one. So when I pull this one out, I'll put the second one in and then put some more wood shavings down in there after I clean it out. So below the tarp area, there's actually a whole platform that I built that it sits upon and keeps it elevated. It's just another security issue that I have. So below that is the fencing area, and then right on top of that is the platform. There's 2 layers to just keep anything from digging and getting in. Let's talk about the rest of the coop for a second. So, or the chicken area. So you'll notice that the whole area has fenced in perimeter. The soil is really sandy, so the chickens, can dig in it quite a bit. Have they dug out of the fencing area before? I don't think so. And with the rain too, it pushes up against the fence, so you have a little bit of a sand buildup around the fence, and so I think that discourages them from getting in. The area that I got into right here is our little step-in area. When I exit the coop, what I do is I take this extra fence right here, I cover it over the top, and then I set the door on top of that, and then they're not able to get out that way. So, got a pool over there for the ducks, a couple little water areas, and I'll set out a couple more here in a second. Probably the unique thing you probably notice is you see the ropes going from the tree over there, and then you see the rope going from the tree over there, and then you see that piece of wood screwed into the tree right there. Now, I'm not gonna admit this is my finest job doing something, but the idea here is you'll notice that there's a netting that runs around the whole coop too. And every day I'll go in and just try to knock off anything getting on top of the netting, and just nothing, that starts building up on it. Yeah, we've had branches land on this, put holes in it already. So I mean, that was bound to happen too. But the ultimate goal of this, netting system, is to prevent hawks from flying in and getting at the chickens or the ducks, when they're small. The ropes and then these bungee cords help just kind of maximize the space. But anyway, that's about coop is like. Let me go rescue those chickens. Hey. Trying to escape on me, are we? And that's our little coop area. My brother and my dad are the two that helped me build it. I had a couple friends, Seth Owen, he's a good friend. He helped out a little bit with the fencing part of it. Very appreciative to all of them for the help with taking afternoons and weekends, maybe 2 or 3 weekends mixed in with a few days of work on there. It's all made of scrap wood minus the tin up top, and then the wood that looks on the iffy side. It's the just stuff we found in the shed, my dad's shed. There are a few newer pieces that we just got from people that just had extra and weren't using it, so it was just asking around. We didn't want to spend any money on this coop, but minus the 10, didn't have to pay a penny for any of it. If you guys have any comments about the coop or any suggestions on building another one, I know I'd like to build another one at some point. Appreciate your input. If you have any questions about any of this or this video, feel free to comment below. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day.